A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I want A plus English. Cause it's so much fun. English education for you and everyone, so come along. Learn some grammar, learn a phrase, learn something new every day. Learn the A plus way. Hey, it's time to start the show. Are you ready? Good, 'cause here we go. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I want A plus English.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to A Plus English. I'm Mike.
And I'm Laura.
And today we are going to begin an article all about the Grammy Awards, the biggest night in music.
In case they don't know what the Grammy Awards is.
Yes, please explain.
Can I explain this
please,
in Chinese
please.
a bit?
Sure.
就是葛莱美奖 and we can also call it the Grammys, right? 那它是跟电影界的奥斯卡金像奖 which is the Oscars for movies 还有电视界的艾美奖 the Emmys for TV 还有戏剧界的东尼奖 which is the Tonys for theater 并列为美国4大表演艺术的奖项哦 So the Grammys is one of the 4 major performing arts awards in the United States.
Exactly right. And yes, if you are a recording artist, if you're a singer, mainly musician, although they also give them out for reading and poetry and speaking and comedy. I think Obama's got a Grammy, actually, for reading one of his books or something like that. It is a very big award and definitely a dream of lots of people to win a Grammy. How about you, Laura? Do you like listening to music?
Oh, who doesn't? Okay. I listen to music all the time when I'm working out, walking to work, or even, believe it or not, cleaning my room. I think music makes everything more fun, right? It can turn boring things like maybe washing dishes into a dance party. Now, I think there's a song for every feeling. When I'm feeling happy, sad, or need some energy, right? I listen to different kinds of songs. Yeah, music just always makes me feel better.
Cool. What's your favorite style of music or genre?
Recently, I listen to K-pop a lot because it helps me with working out.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm more energetic.
It is very energetic music, and that definitely helps your mood. All right, so let's get into our article all about the Grammy Awards. It is the biggest night in music.
The Grammy Awards, the biggest night in music. Warm-up question. Do you like listening to music? Why or why not?
Do you remember the Grammy winner of the 2024 Album of the Year? It was Taylor Swift with her album Midnights. These awards first honored great music in 1959. The trophy looks like a small record player. Winning one is a dream for many artists.
All right, so let's check out our article. It begins, do you remember the Grammy winner for the 2024 Album of the Year?
Okay, before I spoil, I do remember, but I'm not going to tell you yet. But I do want to explain of the year, this phrase.
Please.
就是年度最佳什么什么奖项。OK， 我们常见到的其他的例子跟奖项有关，也常常会有 of the year. So I'm going to mention just a few examples of some awards which contain the phrase of the year. For example, when I mention Movie of the Year. You guys should know this, right? 年度最佳电影奖. And yeah, this just basically honors the most popular movie of the year. And 它是 MTV 电影与电视奖. And what about Person of the Year? Okay, this is given to someone who has had a huge impact on the world in that year. 就是时代杂志会颁发的年度风云人物奖哦。So there are lots of these.
Absolutely. And the Grammy Awards, some of the big ones would be Album of the Year, Song of the Year, right? And these are sometimes won by the same person because they had an amazing album. That's a collection of songs. You usually find like 8, 10, 12 songs on an album. And then there's the actual song. So when we say this is the number one song, they might have the number one song and the number one album, in which case it's very popular, and it might also be good enough to win a Grammy. So who won the Grammy last year for the album of the year?
Tay-Tay.
Oh, was it Taylor Swift?
Yeah.
Okay, yes, of course, the article tells us it was Taylor Swift with her album Midnights. These awards, we're talking about the Grammys here, these awards first honored great music in 1959. Was it all the way that far back in time? That is quite amazing.
Okay, when we talk about awards, I actually talked about this word a lot previously. Award 就是奖或是奖项. And we also mentioned the verb honor. Okay, the H is silent, 就是公开表彰. Okay, hey, Mike, I have a question for you. Who is your favorite singer?
Oh my gosh.
Since we mentioned Taylor Swift.
Sure.
Yeah, I want to talk about some singers.
Do I have to say
like?
Taylor Swift?
No.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Taylor, the singers I like. Otis Redding, great soul singer. Check out his stuff. He's not with us anymore. He died in a plane crash a long time ago. A modern guy I like, I actually saw him in concert in Canada just a few months ago. Marcus King.
Wow.
He's a young kind of soul blues performer, R&B as well. And let's see, in the world of rock, Mark Lanigan. He's a great singer. He sang with the Screaming Trees and Queens of the Stone Age. If you want a good rock voice, you can't get much better than Mark Lanigan. All right, let's get back to our article. We're talking about favorite singers. Oh, you said you like some of the K-pop stuff. Yeah. Are you a fan of Taylor Swift's music? In general?
Sorry, not so much.
Not so much, but who else do you like?
I'm actually a fan of the oldies.
Okay.
I love Michael Jackson and Celine Dion, which is not so old.
Okay.
But Michael Jackson unfortunately passed away.
He did.
And like I said, lately I've been listening to a lot of K-pop. So like Blackpink and G-Idol are my favorites.
Oh, okay. Very, very cool. So maybe the BTS, have they won a Grammy? I think maybe they did. I'm not sure. Well, let's get back to the Grammys. So we're talking about the actual award you can get for performing and recording great music. It says the trophy, so that's the actual award or the thing you get to take home. The trophy looks like a small record player. Yes, absolutely. Grammy, of course, is short for gramophone, which is the kind of the first record player invented or similar to one invented by Thomas Edison. We take that, the gramophone awards, they become the Grammy Awards, and the actual little thing you get to take home looks like an old-fashioned record player.
So cute.
Yeah.
Okay, trophy 就是奖杯. So yeah, the Grammy trophy looks like a small record player, 就是音乐播放器, because it's a music award, right? And record players represent the history of music. Now, other awards, like I'm going to mention just one, the Academy Award, the Oscars, 就是奥斯卡奖. They, of course, have a different design. For example, the Oscar trophy is a golden statue of a man holding a sword. 大家应该知道奥斯卡小金人，那个就是他们的奖杯. And of course, this represents excellence in movies.
Okay, so there you go. Winning one, back to the article. Winning a Grammy Award. Winning one is a dream for many artists. Yes, absolutely. They would feel that they have really achieved their big goal when they started out. One of their dreams might have been to win a Grammy and have everyone in the world sort of recognize their music as being wonderful.
And I just want to talk about the word artist in awards like the Grammys or Oscars. We're talking about singers, actors, and people who work in the music or film industry. 中文我们就会叫他们为艺人 artist， 所以他们不是艺术家 OK， 就像我们知道的那种 painters or sculptors. No, not those. Yeah, but they still create art through music and movies.
The Recording Academy holds the awards. Artists can present their work for the awards from July to August each year. The Academy makes the nominee lists public in November. Then, Academy members decide the winners. This year, the 67th Grammy Awards will take place on February 2nd in Los Angeles.
Indeed they do. All right, so who gives out the awards? And we're not talking about the actual people who give them to the winners on stage. We're talking about the group that organizes this whole thing. It says the Recording Academy holds the awards. And because the capital R and A, we know that this is the official name of this group, the Recording Academy, or the National Academy of Recording Arts and Science, to give it the full name.
Wow, that's super long.
I think it's also just NARIS. I think people sometimes say NARIS. Yeah.
So in case you guys don't know what this is in Chinese, it's 国家录音艺术科学学院. That's the Recording Academy. Super long in Chinese as well. And 它是1957年成立在美国加州。那成员主要是音乐人、制作人、录音师和其他音乐专业人士哦。那每年颁发葛莱美奖，表彰音乐界人士的杰出成就。
Okay, now if you're a musician or a singer, how can you actually get one? Well, it says artists can present their work for the awards from July to August each year. Wow, that's a very short time. They have basically 1 month to present their work to hopefully win an award.
Okay, and present, of course, in this context means that artists can send in their music or movies or other creations. But here in Grammy, of course, it's mostly music. So it's like turning in their best work to see if they will win a prize. We could also say they enter, right? Artists enter their work for a chance to win.
Exactly right. And then it says the Academy makes the nominee lists public in November. So I guess they get probably hundreds or thousands of people presenting their work, and then they have to kind of pick the best in each group, and that would be the nominee list. So that might be, 6, 7, 8 different people who are all trying to win one award, and then later on we will get the winner from that nominee list.
Okay, make public 就是公布 or make something public 就是公布的意思。So basically they share something with everyone or to let everyone know about it. So basically when the Academy makes the nominee list public, it means they show the list to everyone so people can see who might win the award. Nominee list 是什么呢？就是入围的有，入围名单的意思啦。
Then it says Academy members decide the winners. This year, the 67th Grammy Awards will take place on February 2nd in Los Angeles. Yeah, it's always been in Los Angeles as long as I can remember. And February, that's we call that award season, right? They have the Grammys and the Oscars, I think, are later on in March. They do a lot of these award shows kind of in the early spring like that time.
Yeah, in case you guys are wondering where in Los Angeles, 它的举办地点就是在洛杉矶的 Crypto.com Arena. Okay, hey, do you think it's fair for Academy members to vote for the Grammy winners? Why not?
I guess so. I mean, people in the Academy will know a lot about music, right? Many of them are award winners or musicians. The one thing I don't like is sometimes they have all these awards for different styles of music.
Right.
And sometimes you find that the famous person who does a style of music always wins because other people don't know much about that music. So, imagine if it was you and me picking the best jazz album. If we don't know a lot about jazz, we might just look at the list and go, oh, I've heard of that guy. I've heard of Wynton Marsalis. He's a famous jazz guy. So sometimes you find that the same people win every year. And I think that's probably just because the people who vote don't really know that much about that style of music. But sure, I think it's fair.
I agree. And also sometimes fans might feel like, oh, how come my favorite artist didn't win? So, I think sometimes maybe they could try this if there's a way for both experts and fans to vote. I'm not really sure if that's possible.
That would be interesting.
Wow, 今天学到超多有关这个 The Grammys。不过大家刚刚有仔细听一些单字吗？像是我们提到的 album 这个名词就是音乐专辑。 For example, I just bought my favorite band's new album. 我刚买了我最喜欢的乐团的新专辑哦。看一下单字例句是怎么用的哦。My grandfather collects many albums by his favorite singer. Woohoo, Michael Jackson. 结果他的 grandpa 跟我喜欢的 singer 是一样的。我爷爷收集了很多他最爱的歌手 Michael Jackson 的专辑。那我们刚刚有提到 record player， 其实这个名词就是音乐播放器。For example, my dad plays old music on his record player. 我爸爸用他的音乐播放器播放老音乐。Or Billy used to play music on his record player. Now he plays it on his phone, for sure. Billy 以前用这个唱片播放器来播音乐，现在他则用手机。现在手机很方便哦。还有我们看到的artist 这个名词刚刚就有提到哦，就是它是表演者或是艺人在本课的意思。For example, the artist sang on stage last night. 那位艺人昨天晚上在舞台上唱歌，或者他也有就是像是我刚刚有提到艺术家这样的意思哦。OK, 那看一下单字例句，它是怎么用的呢？ Beyoncé is one of the best artists in the world. She has many great songs. 的确，这个 Beyoncé 是世界顶尖的艺人之一啊，她有许多非常棒的歌曲哦。今天课文我们有提到 present 这个动词有提交的意思哦，像是 you present your homework to the teacher。不过其实 present 在平常的用法它也有展示展现的意思哦，像是 I want to present my magic trick at the talent show and amaze everyone。我想在才艺表演中展示我的魔术技巧，很厉害哦，让大家惊讶。而单字例句我们看到的就是提交的 present 的用法。Alice finished her science report and presented to her teacher on time. Alice 完成她的自然科学报告，并准时的交给老师。好，我们来看一下刚刚是不是有提到这个 The Grammys 是在 LA 举行或是举办的。那举行举办呢，其实有两个不同的说法，一般我们常看到有 hold 以及 take place。那我先来看一下 hold 要怎么用，当做动词哦，就是有举办举行的意思。For example, we will hold a picnic in the park this Saturday. 我们这个星期六会在公园举行野餐。Woohoo! 那 take place 呢，也是举行哦。For example, the school play will take place in the gym next week. 学校的戏剧下星期会在体育馆举行哦。Well, that's it. And now it's time for our review time game.
Review time.
All right, so before we wrap things up, we will look at our review. We'll look over the words we learned today. We have 4 as usual: album, record player, artist, and present. Okay, are you ready to play a little review time game?
Yeah.
We're going to play fill in the blanks.
Okay.
I hope that is okay with you. Let's see, we're going to start off with something nice and easy. Before the Christmas party, I put on a blank of Christmas songs to get in the mood. Before the Christmas party, I put on a blank of Christmas songs to get in the mood.
Album.
I put on an album of Christmas songs to get in the mood. Exactly right. And since my album was a record, I put it on my old-fashioned blank.
Record player.
Exactly right. Okay, let's see. I'm going to have to change the tack a little bit here. Oh, here's one. It's also kind of related to music. Later this year, Timothy Chalamet will star in a movie about the famous music blank Bob Dylan.
Artist.
Music artist Bob Dylan. Exactly right. He's a guy who's won a lot of Grammys. And here's a little bit of a different one. Mary and Steve stood up in front of the class to blank their science project.
To present.
To present their science project. And it was so good, that science project, they won a Grammy.
Wow.
Very unusual to win a
太厉害了
Grammy
吧
for a science project.
Exactly.
To show you how amazing it was. All right, guys, we're going to have more about music awards and other cool stuff that you could win tomorrow. So please come back and join us for that.
大家觉得今天的主题是不是很精彩呢？欢迎到空中家教和老师同学一起线上聊更多哦。